The Middle East and North Africa, or MENA, region represents one of the fastest-growing medtech markets in the world. Driven by government investment in healthcare infrastructure and a growing demand for advanced medical solutions, the opportunity is immense. However, this potential is matched by significant regulatory complexity. Many companies underestimate the nuances of entering markets like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Let's focus on Saudi Arabia, the region's largest market. The Saudi Food and Drug Authority, or SFDA, has its own unique and rigorous approval process. A common mistake is assuming that a CE mark or FDA approval guarantees a smooth entry. It does not. For instance, a German manufacturer of an advanced orthopedic implant learned this the hard way. Despite having a strong CE technical file, their submission to the SFDA was rejected multiple times. The issue was not the device's quality, but the documentation format and the lack of specific clinical data relevant to the local population that the SFDA requested. This resulted in an 18-month delay, allowing a competitor to capture initial market share. The key takeaway is that the SFDA requires a meticulously prepared, localized submission dossier that goes beyond standard international approvals. Now let's consider the United Arab Emirates. The UAE's Ministry of Health and Prevention, MOHAP, places a heavy emphasis on the role of the local authorized representative. This is not merely an administrative contact. The representative is legally responsible for the product on the market, including handling post-market surveillance and reporting adverse events. We saw a case with a US-based IVD company that appointed their sales distributor as the representative. When a minor batch issue arose, the distributor lacked the regulatory expertise to communicate effectively with MOHAP. This escalated a manageable situation into a major compliance review, jeopardizing their license to operate. This highlights the critical need for a dedicated, expert local representative who understands the regulatory lifecycle, not just the sales process. These challenges are not isolated. While there is movement towards harmonization across the Gulf Cooperation Council, the reality on the ground is a patchwork of distinct national requirements. A strategy for the UAE will not work as is for Egypt or Qatar. Successful expansion requires a unified approach that treats the region as a whole while respecting individual market intricacies. This means preparing a core technical dossier that can be efficiently adapted and submitted across multiple countries simultaneously. Leveraging technology like AI to manage these documentation variants is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity for speed and accuracy. The goal is to create a single, efficient process for accessing multiple markets. Navigating this landscape requires more than just a checklist. It demands deep, in-country expertise and a forward-thinking regulatory strategy. For companies looking to streamline their market access and turn these challenges into opportunities, you can get in touch by emailing info@pureglobal.com or visiting pureglobal.com.